Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here for today's video, which I'm really excited about because today we are creating this grungy green eye look with the NARS Climax palette. So let's get into it. There's something that I wanted to talk to you about today. So while I'm putting on my makeup, I am going to continue to be pretty chatty. So I'm going to go ahead and get started putting on my makeup. I'm almost out of this lotion, and for whatever reason, I just haven't bought another one yet. So we're trying to finish that one up. And honestly, I have been kind of just skipping doing my under makeup moisturizer, which is not something, that's not something I normally do in life. But because I'm running low and because my skin feels really normal lately, as well as this primer here provides a really nice like barrier for the skin. It makes it feel as if you have really good skin, but really it's just like the primer. It's just provides like a really good mask layer. I know that kind of sounds bad, but I don't mean for it to sound bad. It's actually a really, it's actually a really nice product, and I really enjoy it. I can't wait to get a big one. I mean, like, I can wait until I run out of this one, but like, I'm looking forward to buying a big one. I have been a little out of sorts lately. I did not sleep, again, very well last night, for no fun reason at all, sadly. So, I'm a little bit, you know, today. And it's the weekend. So if you hear a lot of noise in the background, that's my family being quiet because I'm filming. I really would like to put on some sort of a lip product already, but because I don't know what kind of an eye look I'm going to turn up with, let's at least just start off with a nude. I'm going to, I should do foundation first. Okay, I'm all over the place. Take a breath, Michelle. Oh, let me go get my coffee. Today, I'm going to be creating a look with a NARS palette. I did a community post asking y'all to pick the brand, and I would pick the palette. Is that a fluff in my coffee, or is that butter fat? That's butter fat. Just checking. Anyway, asking y'all to pick the brand so that I could pick the palette from within the brand. Today, I am working on the NARS palette. So I have 3 NARS palettes here that I'm gonna choose from, and I don't know which palette it's gonna be yet. So I'm gonna start off by just finishing off my base makeup first, and then we'll get on to the eye look. Again, I'm really out of sorts, so I apologize about that. And I am getting ready for the day. It is a beautiful sunny day, so I am using my IT CC cream foundation stuff. Almost done with it. I mean, I still have a little ways to go, but it officially expires in October. So I don't know, since it doesn't give an exact date, it just says 10/24. Does that mean October 1st? Does it mean October 31st? I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I've been trying to get this product used up before that date. And I'm so glad that I do regular declutters going through my collection, because that's how I was able to catch it before it was coming up to expired, instead of catching it afterwards and it just slipping through the radar. So even if you don't like declutter very often, and you know, you're not trying to get rid of your makeup, I do really encourage you to go through your makeup stash and just check, you know, do a good check through, make sure everything's smelling good, make sure everything is still functioning the way it should, that it looks right, and look for any like obvious expirations, you know, signs of expiration or actual expiration dates the way I encountered in that one. Yeah, and that way you just don't like set yourself up for any skin irritations or anything like that. As you can see, I'm very broken out right now. I have a breakout that is still going away, and this is actually a reaction to some makeup that I tried not too long ago. If you saw my recent Shop My Stash, I did talk all about those products and which ones it were that broke me out. So if you're curious about that, I'll leave that video down in the description box. Check that out if you want when this video is over. But yeah, I think that I might do a little bit of spot concealing, or I just might not even care that much today. But, oh yeah, I meant to go in with some color corrector underneath my foundation. I am going to do it under my eyes though, because I slept 4 hours last night, and I feel like I have some serious bags going. Fortunately, I did find my little travel size brush soap cleanser, so I was able to finish washing a few brushes. So I have some of my beloved brushes drying right now, and yeah, I'm just gonna try to make do meanwhile, so hold on. Thankfully that Luxie set that I bought, the like full brush collection, I wish I hadn't have given away the blue one to a now ex-girlfriend of my son's, but I had 2 collections actually that I had purchased. And so anyways, I wish that I had still had the blue one, because it was a really beautiful baby blue and it was a complete set, but they were slightly different from this pinky tone set. I digress. I'm glad that, you know, she was able to get enjoyment out of it, and she didn't have brushes, so, or she didn't have like really very good ones or whatever. I can't remember what she said, but, and I was just like, here, I have plenty. I will share what I have here with you. So anyway, yeah, I set her up with like a little acrylic, a bunch of makeup products, some brushes, a brush cleanser, a couple of makeup remover cloths, and some micellar water and stuff like that. I like really hooked her up, you know. It's just apparently her mom hadn't done that for her, and you know, my mom did that, not really like that, but you know, like my mom hooked me up and had me all set up when I was younger, and I just know that it really made a difference with like my self-esteem. I feel like it was helpful anyway, because I just felt like I had what I needed and wanted in order to try to like explore like makeup and stuff like that. Those were in my early years of makeup. Yeah, speaking of makeup and my journey in makeup, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about today. So while I'm putting on my makeup, I am going to continue to be pretty chatty, not focusing too much on the actual products, but you know, these are all items from my Shop My Stash. So yeah, just check that video down below if you want to see what all it is that I'm choosing from and stuff like that. But so what was I gonna say? Yeah, so I have really been inspired lately by a particular channel that I like to watch. She is a friend of mine here on YouTube, or I consider her a friend anyway. So there's this friend that I have here who has a channel on YouTube that I have been really inspired by watching a particular series on her channel. She was approached by that online makeup academy school or whatever, and given an opportunity to take the class for free, which I think is so super neat. Like, if somebody offered that to me, I would absolutely jump on it. Like, I would be so, so happy and feel so grateful. Anyway, so anyways, I have been watching her journey and just been very inspired by it. And I've always, you know, tossed the idea around, but not in a really serious manner. Well, that's not true, because I actually did go to several cosmetology schools throughout, like once when I was 19, once when I was in my later, like mid to late 20s, and again once in my 30s. So it's not like I hadn't explored the subject several times in the past, but this was pre-COVID era, if you know what I'm saying. And so this was back when like all the classes were in person, and all the programs that I was checking into that I was able to find information about locally near me, they were all super, super expensive, because it was also like a hair school. It was like a full-on year of classes, and you had to go on site and all this stuff. And like, oh, they wanted like, honestly, they wanted like $20,000 for cosmetology school, which I was just like, what the hell? That's craziness. So of course, you know, I mean, like, not that, no judgment to anybody that took that route back in the day in their life or whatever. I'm just saying that was crazy to me, because I was a single mom, not at 19, but I wasn't sure that that was the journey that I wanted to take yet. And so I ended up going to college instead, but because it was cheaper to get started. But anyway, when I checked all those other times later in life, I was a single mom most of those times, and you know, a young wife the last time. And so it just wasn't really feasible for me to spend 8 full hours a day on site at a campus where I also have to pay thousands and thousands of dollars in order to take the class. So anyways, my point is, now they have these classes online, and I've got this lifestyle right now currently where I'm not busy working full time, thankfully, thanks to my husband. And so, you know, I've been for quite some time tossing around the idea of like, what do I want to do with this next phase of my life now that is that somebody at my door?
Yes.
So anyway, so now that I like have the lifestyle to where I can not work full time, and I'm not quite as busy with so many young children in my household anymore. I just have my one child left who is, you know, almost of age to be able to move out if he wants, you know. And so I'm not really ready to discuss that or whatever, but I'm just saying, my point is, at this phase in my life, I have the opportunity and ability, I meant, to maybe focus on a different dream that I would like to chase now, because I feel like I've already done what I wanted to do with some of the other dreams that I went after, like acting and modeling and nannying before I was a mom. It was how I kind of held off becoming a mom so young, was taking care of other people's babies. Anyway, and what else? Working in the legal industry, things like that. So, you know, I've already kind of like done what I want to do within those realms. And there's some other things that I wanted to do in my life. Kind of like, you know, I wanted to be a writer, but not enough to actually write and publish a book. I wanted to I won't get into everything, but my point is I have let me get my contouring out, my contouring brushes. I have tossed the idea around for a super long time, off and on, about whether or not I wanted to become either a hairdresser. Honestly, hairdressing was my first like passion and goal that I wanted to take up or whatever, but I didn't end up doing that because, again, the schooling was so very expensive and it just wasn't feasible for me at any of those points in my life. And now, like, I have thought about getting into that, but I just feel like with my health issues and some of the accidents that I've had, like automobile accidents or whatever, that have kind of impacted my ability and endurance in some certain movements, I just feel like hairdressing isn't going to be something that I want to pursue physically. It's just probably not the best idea for me. And I have always really liked makeup, but I just didn't think that I could make enough of an income off of makeup in order for me to be happy doing that as my career choice. And so, you know, I did other things instead, like paralegal, and trying to be like, I mean, I was an actress, but I was trying to be like a bigger actress than I actually became. Anyhow, and so my point is that now that, you know, I'm later in life and it's not so crucial that I make enough money to be able to support my 3 children if anything happens or whatever. And I can just kind of follow what maybe I want to do, you know. I'm seriously considering that it might be time to pursue my passion and interest in makeup. And so I am thinking about taking some sort of a makeup course. They have one here in person coming to town that I checked into, and they have, you know, quite a following on Instagram, and they go around the nation to all these major cities hosting this class and basically, you know, like turning people into professional MUAs. And you can get, you do qualify, you get like a certification that you completed the course. They go through all the modules, except you don't get to actually do hands-on practicum or get any feedback on it. You just basically get to watch the professionals do this and explain everything and teach it to you and run you through the information. You don't really get to do like hands-on for this particular one that I'm like looking into. And so that's the one thing that has me, hold on. That's the one thing that has me a little, I don't know about that. But on the other hand, I was thinking maybe I could do like 2 different kinds of courses. Like this first one, which is like $400. And you get qualified to then, you know, you get your professional MUA certification and you then get your pro MUA discount. So you then qualify for the professional discount code for these brands, and then maybe I could use that to build my own kit and take the online professional MUA version, you know what I mean? And like build my own kit with stuff that isn't going to make me have allergic reactions and just be like a waste of time for me to have. Because the products that they send in the kit, like some of them are good, but some of them are not. And I would rather get like a better version, not to sound snobby or whatever, but just, you know, straight up. Okay, anyway, so yeah, I picked up this little Wet n Wild brow thing the other day when I happened to be perusing and saw one in some store or whatever. And so far, I've really been enjoying it. I pretty much basically use the brown shade with my Sephora brush. And I almost always forget to brush my hairs first when I'm using this product. I don't even know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's what I'm going to do. So yeah. Just trying to fill in these like bald patches that I have here. Got a little higher than my actual hairs. So there we go. And I think it has like a little wax at the top end. Anyway, this is a super cute little like brow trio thing. It even comes with like the little tools. So if you don't have all your stuff with you and you just have this little container thing, you basically have everything that you need to do your brows on the fly. Like if, God forbid, you get splashed by a puddle or something in your face and it like removes all your makeup. I don't know why that's always something that I've envisioned happening to me, as if I was going to need to redo all of my makeup because like something threw a bunch of water at me. That's never happened to me in my life, thankfully. Yeah, but anyways, I've really been liking this little thing. I think it might have been like maybe $5 or a little bit less. I really don't remember, but it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little bit of the Natasha Denona in the shade Michelle. It's quite unfortunate because I wasn't done drinking my coffee yet, and I'm going to end up leaving a lip stain on my mug, but whatever. I do really, I just did really feel like I needed something on my lips. And I want to do a lip liner, so let me grab that. I have really been enjoying my new setup for my makeup vanity. The little like chest of drawers that I used to keep my eyeshadow palettes in, I now have my makeup collection in instead of the acrylics that were behind me. I had all my makeup in those acrylics before and the vanity that I was sitting at, but I took that vanity out and I went back to using my old little yellow one instead, that just is a little bit bigger and roomier. And so I just kind of like restructured the shape of my room again. And I've really been enjoying using this little chest of drawers for my actual makeup collection. I didn't give you the chance to see that in my most recent Shop My Stash because this time I just kind of pulled out all the products and showed them to you instead of us actually digging through the drawers. But according to the analytics, I feel like y'all are really enjoying that version better than how I usually do that. So I think I might be sticking to that for a bit. Okay, I want to do some contouring now of my face. I'm still reaching for this KVD palette. And I'm really loving it so much. I have been so late to the game on this, but really happy to be here now. So, okay, I'm going to do, what brushes was I using for contouring? I want to keep all of my contouring brushes like together because I do like use them interchangeably and all together at once.
Okay.
Sorry. I feel like most of my BK Beauty brushes aren't quite dense enough for me to use with my contour highlight palette, but I think this little powder one, which is the I think that's a 113, possibly. This one I think will work well for just doing a little bit of highlight powder in some areas. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, so I'm gonna do some contour now. But yeah, so back to what I was saying. I'm really, really tempted to start taking a makeup course and becoming a professional makeup artist and actually looking for employment as a makeup artist. I mean, like, yeah, I could do some freelance too, but I'm really wanting to be like a makeup artist on staff somewhere, you know? And there's like a whole slew of places that I could do that for, but that's kind of what I'm thinking. And like I don't really think that I want to do like bridal makeup or anything like that. I mean, like I could do it maybe on occasion, maybe if I'm drawn to that or as a favor or something, but like I'm really wanting to do makeup as like a job for somewhere, you know? And so that's kind of what I'm thinking to look into with it. I don't know if I would want to do any actual freelance work, you know, because I don't know. I don't really like to open myself up to the public very much. You know, I could do it on a small scale, but where did I just put that other brush? But anything larger than that, and I just feel like it gets to be a little bit much for me. So I'm not 100% sure that I'm really like wanting to do that. But yeah, so that's kind of like what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about just like changing my focus in life and going towards doing makeup professionally instead of just on myself, you know? Because yeah, I've done makeup on myself for a super, super long time, and I do really enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love putting makeup on. But I feel like it might be fun to enjoy putting makeup on someone else, you know? And like getting to experience like the joy that they have from the makeup that I create for them. I just feel like that would be so neat. Okay, so I'm going to use this bronzer here today, and I'm not sure if that's going to be a mistake since this is kind of an orangey toned bronzer, and I don't really know the look that I'm going for yet with my makeup. I don't even know what palette I'm going to use yet, but I do have a usage goal with this bronzer, and so I'm just trying to get, you know, some use out of it before I officially feel like I need to retire it, because it is kind of, if I remember correctly, it's a little bit past the expiration date already. And see, that's one thing. Like, here at home, you can like use makeup that is older than, you know, the given little window on the product, but as a professional, I can't do that, you know? So, like, they're very clear about you throw the product away at the suggested throwaway date. And so having started thinking about that, because I've been tossing this idea around for a couple of months, to be quite frank. Again, mainly because I was watching my friend's journey, and she was like posting updates about like the modules and her feedback and how she feels about it and stuff that she's like learning and just kind of like that. So it's just really been very inspiring and interesting, especially since it is something that I've been interested in the past, like I mentioned several times. Anyway, and so following along has made me really want to like check into it for myself. This is just, you know, a clean stippling brush that I'm using as a buffer to kind of like blend out all of my stuff. I forgot to do the highlight shade at the bottom of the cheek, so let me do that real quick. Clean up the contour a little. Yeah, so anyway, so thinking about having a different focus makes me realize that I wouldn't be able to use most of the palettes in my collection because most of them are technically expired. And having all these like older palettes that I keep around just because I truly don't want to let go of them. I don't know if I would be able to keep up with which palettes are expired and which ones aren't, you know? So that kind of makes me feel like I should just keep what I know is newer and fresh and within the open window and get rid of everything else so that I don't feel inclined to reach for an older palette on somebody. Because it's hard to remember, you know, like when you have so many palettes. And honestly, there's really no reason to have that many palettes, especially as a professional makeup artist. All you need is the actual color, and you can mix and match and create different looks with the same colors over and over again. And I mean, like I kind of did that, but I never really changed the look that I went for. Anyways, I digress. My base is ready. And I'm really excited to get into an eye look. So that's what I've been thinking about. So let me wrap up what I was saying and we'll move on to the eyeshadow look now. But yeah, so that's what I've been thinking about. I've been really just thinking about my direction that I want to take in this new phase of my life. So yeah, I've really just been thinking about what direction do I want to take at this phase of my life, and do I want to start something new? Do I want to go back to something that I know? You know, like, would I want to go back to work as a paralegal again? I certainly don't want to go back to work as an actress. I've already decided that. And so, you know, I had tossed around doing more radio work, but I don't really want to do that either. And I just feel like it might be nice to actually pursue this long-held dream that I've had and do something with it for this next phase of my life. And so some of the benefits that I think I would get out of doing makeup professionally, aside from, you know, the joy of following my heart of something that I want to do or whatever, and also aside from the joy that it would bring to my clients, hopefully, is I feel like it would give me a new arena in life to be able to make friends, like in this current phase of my life, friends with people that have an interest in what I have an interest in. Okay, so here is this first palette that we're gonna consider. I don't know if you can see the name there or if it's upside down. I'm not sure. Let's see. Yeah, I think it is upside down. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so here is the shade name of this palette. Here's what it looks like. I've never used this cute little 6 pan. Here is what it looks like, and that's a really pretty palette. And yeah, I feel like I could do something with this, but I don't feel like using these tones since I feel like I used these tones from 2 different palettes here more recently. So I'm going to save that one, but I wanted to show it to you. Another palette that I have, which I have created a look on my channel with this one. This is the NARS This is the NARS O Rising. And here is what this beautiful palette looks like. It's a little bit more natural than I was kind of in the mood for today. So I don't think this one's going to be it for today either. That leaves my first and longest held NARS eyeshadow palette. If I remember correctly, this palette left much to be desired in my impressions on me when I first used it. And so I'm really hopeful to see what I can do with it today. I know for certain I wasn't as good with eyeshadow back when I first tried it as I feel like I've gotten now. I'm not like saying I'm great or anything, but I do at least now know how to work my way around an eyeshadow palette, whereas before I feel like I didn't and I was just trying to figure it out. So, so yeah, I'm going to use this palette and see if I can like it better today. All right, I'm going to use one of my favorite natural hair blenders. It is this Morphe brush here. I don't know if you can see the number or if it's upside down. There it is. You can get this on Ulta.com. And they did recently have it on sale for as low as $5, which was shocking. Anyway, okay, so let's see. I'm going to start off with... Okay, so the mattes in this palette are this maroon shade here, this green shade here, and this like dusty lilac shade there. I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should do a green look. Let's check out, I'm gonna start off with this green. So I'm gonna use this green in my crease. Now this, speaking of older makeup that I wouldn't really, you know, recommend using. Wow, that is a really deep, bold green. It's because I went in so hard and this is such a dense brush. And I love how it packs color into my crease because of it. But you don't have to go in as hard with this brush on such a deep color. You can, you know, certainly go in lighter. I just, you know, I really like some Padau pigment. So like I load up my brush because I'm trying to get it all. I don't know if I was expecting this much intensity though. I do feel like I was a little caught off guard by the intensity that I got out of this palette already. So yeah, is this a matte? I think this beige might be a matte too. I really hope it is because I'm treating it like it is. And I'm going to blend out the top edge of this green with this like cream shade. Don't really feel like that's doing anything for me. I mean, it did kind of blend out the edge a little bit, I feel like, but you can't really see it. It's kind of like a blank, but that's fine. Okay. Yeah, so that is really pretty. I do like those two together. Okay, so I feel like this might not turn out too bad after all. Okay, so next I'm going to go into this green shimmer here. And I am taking this on a Sonia Kashuk shader brush. Wow, look at that pickup. Okay. I'm not going to spray it. I don't have any glitter glue. I'm just going to see how this shimmer goes on all by itself. And I'm going to put this in the back half of the eyelid because I want to do a lighter, a little bit chunky. That was my bad. I want to do a lighter shimmer towards the front. Gosh, this is a beautiful, beautiful green. Should I do that all over the eye? Because I'm kind of tempted to. Ooh, it's got a little bit of a shift. Yeah, let's do this all over the eye and just give it its moment to shine. It's a beautiful color. Wow. Okay, so that is a really, really nice shimmer green. It's not super reflective, but it does have like a little bit of interest in it. It's not just like, I don't know, a flat green, if that makes any sense. Okay, so I just literally put that all over my lid. Is that just the light reflecting on my eyelid, or is that a duochrome? I can't tell. I think it's probably just the light shining onto my lid. Anyway, all right, so now I definitely want to smoke out the outer edge, and I feel like this burgundy shade is going to be the deepest shade that I have to like smoke it out. So let's see how these colors mix. I'm just going to put it right here on the outer edge because I'm not trying to like change the color of anything. I just want to get a little bit of intensity on the outer corner. I do like the way that turned out. I do think that looks nice. Okay. Yeah, that's really pretty actually. It almost mixes in like a brown, but it's not as warm as a brown would be because, I mean, it is a maroon, so it is kind of a warm shade, but I don't know. I think that that really goes nicely together with the greens. Who would have thought? Really, really like the way that that mixed. I mean, I love the way those blend together. Wow. Okay. I am experiencing some fallout, but also like I haven't tapped off at all. So I feel like that was my bad. I'm going to just take this and try to just brush it all away. It seems like none of it stuck to my face, so that's good. But I have a hair now. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take a clean MAC shader and go into this shimmer here. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to use a little bit of this shimmer here. And I really hope that this will provide the brightness that I'm trying to get towards the front part of the lid. So I'm going to just put it right here. Ooh, yeah. And a little bit past where I have that green, just to like brighten up that whole front. Love, oh my goodness, love, 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 love. Okay, I'm not sure what it was about me that was so disappointed by this palette. I think I do remember it was the burgundy matte that I wasn't happy with, but also I'm not sure if I was even using eye base at that time. So I feel like I really just didn't know what I was talking about. And I'm glad that I decided to revisit this palette instead of like get rid of it or whatever, because This is really pretty. Now, is this the most unique color combination that I've ever done? No, I've definitely done some grungy green eye looks with other palettes in my collection, but this is a really, really fun look in my opinion, and I am really enjoying this palette. So that's nice, especially since I had such a negative opinion about it in the past. I'm really happy to be loving it today. So yeah, okay. What am I gonna do for the lower lash line? I feel like for the lower lash line, I'm gonna try this taupey shade there on this little pencil brush from Morphe. This one is a natural haired little pencil. So I'm gonna use this and just run it across the lower lash line about 3/4 of the way. I feel like this little taupe shade here, this satin taupe, would be really beautiful all over the lid with a little pop of brightness from this other one. You know, the range out of this color story and this palette here is quite incredible. I feel like this is one of NARS's most interesting and unique color stories, especially in their smaller 9-pan palettes. I just feel like you can do so many things with those particular shades. So yeah, okay. Really, really like the way that looks. You could leave this look here. You definitely could leave this look here. I have a fuzzy here on my face. Hold on. Okay. You absolutely could leave this look here, but I really want to just tap a little bit of this beautiful pink shimmer here in the middle. Ooh, see the difference that just made? You just added a little bit of interest and brightness over the lid and just like kept it from being so swampy green all like by itself. Yeah, I do like that a lot. Okay, I don't think there's too much to do left, but if anything, yeah, no, I'm gonna leave it just like this. So no, I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this silver shimmer. Let's just add this here to the lower lash line all by itself. And just like drag that over into the taupe a little bit so that there's a little bit of brightness and light catching there. Okay. So here's the finished eyeshadow look. I forgot to blend in my lip line after I put that on, so I apologize that you've been staring at a very blunt lip line this whole time. Hi, I'm Michelle. I have a makeup channel here on YouTube. Anyway. Okay, so let's see how many shades I use for today's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, I used every single shade except for this blue. Is there any place I could add the blue just for some fun? Honestly, I could, but I'm not gonna just, I'm gonna just leave that for a different vibe on a different day. But yeah, really, really liked playing with this palette today. So now I'm gonna just add some finishing touches and okay. So now let's complete the look together and then we'll see how it all turns out. it might be fun to do a green liner today. Let me see. This might be too like green for the look that I have going. Like you could do that, but I think what I'm gonna do is just, excuse me. I think that what I'm gonna do is just stick with my black and do a wing. And let me learn from my mistakes and pull out my enlarged mirror so I can see what I'm doing. There's a buzz right there stuck to my eye. Okay. I really do hope those match. Okay. So I played with the shape of my inner line a little bit just to kind of elongate my eye somewhat for no particular reason at all, just for some fun. And even though I've got like a silvery taupey lower lash line, I'm going to use the green eyeliner on the lower lash line. I'm going to go in with Willow from Natasha Denona in the Macro Tech. Honestly, I feel like I need to sharpen this, so hold on a second. Finally wised up and put a sharpener in with my liners so that I don't have to go looking for a sharpener if I'm in a pinch needing one. All right. Let's see how that does. It looks all funky now, but at least now it'll be like a fresh lead. Yeah, that did add just a little bit of a green hue at the lower lash. Okay. Lastly, I am going to curl my lashes and add mascara. Do I want to use my same mascaras? I'm going to go in with Call Me Queen. Oh, fuck, don't stab yourself in the eye, Michelle. I have like this one spot of weird hairs growing right there, and they like are growing in a weird layer instead of wanting to flip up and out. For the lower lash line, I'm going to use the Bad Gal Bang in brown. Just move, buddy. Bandit, move. Cut it out. Oh my God. I'm not sure if you've noticed that I have a new freckle on my face. I'm going to leave that there for now. Oh my God, Michelle. Oh, while that's drying, let me have a sip of coffee. Oh, all right, I'm all over the place, guys. That was my coaster. Okay. Do I have something I could take this off my nose with? Let's see. Goodness gracious. No. It's not completely dry yet. And I'm not patient enough to wait, so I'm going to try to just like jack with it for a minute. There went my contour and everything. Oh, good God. Go to the kitchen, baby. Okay, so with this look, I'm going to use my KVD Queen of Poisons again, even though, actually, I think it does look nice with the Michelle lipstick, so we're going to just leave it at that. Okay, so here is the finished look. Here is the finished look with the NARS Climax palette. Let's take a good look at the eyes. Okay, yeah, I'm so glad that I gave this palette another chance. This is a really nice palette, and I'm really looking forward to creating a more blue, smoky look. So I want to play with this palette some more and see if I can create additional looks. So yeah, I might do a 2 looks 1 palette coming up with this in the near future. Comment down below, let me know if you would have any interest in that. Multiple looks 1 video palettes, multiple look videos are usually very difficult for me to get done because, well, yeah, you don't really care about the logistics for behind the scenes and stuff. But yeah, those are just harder for me to accomplish. So yeah, just let me know if you'd be interested in that and I will see if I can get that done. But yeah, so here's the look of the day. I really, really like it. I think if anything, I just need to take a little blender brush and just kind of go right here in the crease and between the shimmers just to smooth those together. There. That was the finishing touch that it needed. I really, really love the way that the look turned out. I'd like to hear your thoughts down below, so be sure to share your opinions with me there. And yeah, that's going to do it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel the way that you do and watching my videos all the way through. It really does mean so, so much to me. Really appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please be sure to click the like button. It really does help my small channel out so, so much. And it puts a smile on my face. And yeah, before you go, make sure you click the subscribe button. It is free to subscribe to me, and I would love it if you do. So subscribe down below and click the notifications to all. Click the little bell to all, and make sure you wait. And click the bell to all so that you get all the notifications of my future uploads and you don't miss any of my content. And yeah, I will, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.